Well, first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New Orleans Saints. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from the Superdome. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And now in good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Green. First carry for James Conner. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Complete to Jones. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms, because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 2. They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll fake it to Conner. Now Murray. Now he's going to step up and run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the result. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Here's Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Down at the 6-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
4. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Kyler going to give this to Benson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
From the gun, Murray. Now, and he is in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
They're on the 25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 27.
They'll break the huddle, come up on second and 8 at the 27-yard line. Shuck now to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. So he stopped for no gain. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Shuck. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
Ryan Stonehouse.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. Greg George deep for Arizona. That's taken on the 25. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
Their own 28-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Green.
Murray a give. This is Connor. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Go.
Now Murray off play action. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And some space here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
20-yard line.
First red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They run behind center with Connor. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Shotgun now from Murray. He'll try and do this himself. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job seeing he got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Murray now going to do it himself. Oh, that held up there a long time, but it falls innocently and incomplete.
And here, you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Murray. Caught on a slant. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get it to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Here's Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Murray on the sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Kyler Murray, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Get your money up. I put money down on all of us.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now Shuck. Open man downfield. That's Smith-Schuster. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2nd-round pick leading this offense well. It'll be a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
A quick throw caught out wide by Bourne. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Rack roll 80.
To throw now, Shuck. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here in these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Have the 60. Have the 60.
Off the play fake. Here's Shuck. Touchdown! Kendrick Bourne. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are back within a score. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that would good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this way, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we're going to be successful with this one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Murray from midfield. That was going to step, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Julian Blackman able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. To throw is Murray. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. Going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's Shuck. Here's Johnson with a reception. Yeah, he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. And now nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw is Shuck. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play it out with them. And I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Here we go, set. 19-18.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. They'll get this out to Kamara. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
19, target, 19.
Throwing, Shuck. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
16 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Now he'll tuck it under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up the 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Devils can't hear it no more. Stand into the man, can't do it no more. Don't do it no more.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people would think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in balance. It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give him a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know we can't do a mind meld and really know exactly what he was thinking, but I didn't see an open receiver there. Maybe, possibly, he did that on purpose and just overthrew him.
Yeah, coverage was good, so maybe indeed that was another way to throw it away, if you will. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Pressure comes and down he goes. Walter Nolan, that is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. A tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Let's go. 19, 18. Riggs.
They'll look to throw here. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Murray now. Oh, the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Takada on the check down. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That third down conversion good for 23.
Oh, that's a big let-off there on third down because you've got to count for the running back coming out the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Murray now to throw. That's caught by Harrison right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Murray. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll end up getting 5 out of them, and now they're looking at third down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Michael Wilson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cards add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. 4 yards to pick up, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Trap 60. Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
Shuck now to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Working out of the gun here, Shuck. This one going out on the left side. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Okay, ready? Set. 19, Tiger.
To the air again, here's Shuck. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
1st down and goal to go.
Come on, set. Rock roll 80. Hey, switch. Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now they'll tuck this and run. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Kamara up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team moons it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
First down.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on 4th down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Murray now going to do it himself, and he's taken down inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running.
James Conner, 27 yards. And the Cardinals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Head to 60, head to 60.
Now Shuck. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
To throw now, Shuck. Johnson, it's poked free. Football's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr., 37 yards. And the Cardinals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here. At home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Open man is born. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
If I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Here's Shuck. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again. Complete to Olave on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
To throw is Shuck. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
From the gun, Shuck. And he's got his man in stride. and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading. Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got two goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's first and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Take off.
Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know, you
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team moves it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They just go up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
First down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Open man here is Benson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the 34-yard line.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Cardinals, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat.